So my basketball story is a lot. I say it started for real about a year ago because in reality, I started trying to actually play basketball January 1st. Obviously, I'd picked the ball up, shot in the park, had some other experiences, but like my journey as a basketball player started January 1st, 2024. First time I ever played basketball, but like 2014 to 2016 ish, I think would be the years. I was playing Y ball like 6 weeks out of the year, 8 weeks out of the year, however long that goes. Like a sports camp in the summer type vibe. I played on the playground growing up in school, but like not very often and not seriously. I can remember in like fifth grade, I like tried to like throw a ball off the ground really hard and it hit some dude in the face. And everyone was like, "Oh, that was so dirty. That was so dirty." And I was like, I don't like it. I don't want to play this sport no more. This ain't for me." Then June of 2020, we had just moved to Muskegon, became a much more culturally important thing. Started watching it a little bit more and got the NBA 2K game that year. And I told myself, like, this is it. Like, I'm going to start training. I'm going to make varsity. I'm going to play at the high school. I'm going to do all that. And I quit within like 4 days. 2021, I started working at a boys and girls club. So I was around basketball even more. And I wouldn't like play basketball for real, but I would sometimes just shoot around and mess around with the kids. And I had a few coworkers there who were like good basketball players. So I started getting exposed to it more and more. And I started to really be like, oh, maybe this is something I might want to do. It would have been like June 2022. I remember there was this 13-year-old, I think he was 13, he might have been 12. He was like a young middle school kid who was like not very good at basketball. And I played against him in like a one on one and I almost lost. I remember looking over and some of the teenagers were watching and I was just like, holy shit. Like I have to at least go get a little bit better so that I can come here and not look like an idiot. You know what I'm saying? So I started going to parks and stuff and just shooting around a little bit on my own. There was this dude I would play at this one park. We would play one on one. He was terrible. And I would beat him most of the time. So I started to think to myself, oh, I'm pretty good at this. Like I'm gonna go try and like do something for real with this. And then never really did. I just like the first idea, I think I even told one of my coworkers at the time, I was like, what if I tried to play community college ball? And he was like, hell no. He was like, if I can't do that, you sure as hell can't do that. And he was a good hooper at the time. So maybe once a week I would go to a park, shoot around for 45 minutes, not do drills, just kind of mess around. And it was fun. I started to really enjoy basketball at that point. Fast forward about a year now, June of 2023. And I knew this gym that I was working at the time, I was working the front desk there. They were doing like a pickup session in the morning. I couldn't keep up with any of them. I could jump and rebound, but like I was getting cooked and I had long ass hair at the time. So like if y'all remember the long hair, it was bad. I had to wear a hat. It was so bad. So like I'm in this hat that's like dripping sweat, soaked in sweat because I didn't know like nowadays, I my body sweats a lot. I can't control it. It just happens. So I bring an extra shirt. Back then I didn't know that. So I'm soaked in sweat. I'm scared to touch anybody. I don't know the rules. I'm getting called for a travel. I don't know what the hell I did that was a travel. It was awful and I was so embarrassed and I was like, all right, I'm not going to do this. Like fuck basketball. I'm just going to go shoot around at the park and this isn't fun. I don't like this. July of 2023, I leave the Boys and Girls Club in Muskegon. I end up getting a job at the Boys and Girls Club in Grand Rapids. I was the gym teacher there. So I'm in the gym and those kids love to hoop. And we had some good players. Like there were some good middle school kids. The high schoolers weren't really nothing and the oldest kid there was probably like 14. So I started hopping in the games with them. I was better than all the 13, 14-year-old kids. And again, I thought I was so sick. Um, and I was not, but like that was where I got my first start like playing with people. And I did that from like August till I left in, I want to say middle of December. January 2024 was when I decided that this dream I'd had for a few years of like playing as many sports semi-pro as possible. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it. Like this is it. I'm gonna go do it. I started training hockey, basketball, football first. Then March, I played my first 5v5, shooting like 4 times a week in actual drills. So I'd gotten a little decent, and I couldn't shoot, I couldn't ball handle, I couldn't do anything skillful, but I liked to sprint up and down the court. I could kind of play defense, not really, but like I tried, and I could get a lot of rebounds. Like I would get a lot of rebounds. So that's all I would do. I would rebound, pass the ball, and that was kind of my in with like how people would pick me up and I would get to play. Did that for a couple of months, started practicing, like training every day on my own. I started doing pickup maybe 2, 3 times a week. And then June of 2024, I'm still in Cincinnati at the time. I joined like a men's league. By the end, I had a couple of 20-point games. I had a couple of double doubles. Like it got a lot better as the season went on. Did that all summer, got really good in the men's league until September, came home, tried out for a semi-pro team, and there weren't very many people that tried out. there was only like 7 of us on the original roster. So I made the team, mostly because no one else was there. But that was like an in to train with those guys. Like we had a point guard who played in the Dominican Republic, and now he's in El Salvador playing. My boy Tony, who played in California, played pro down there. Like compete with these dudes every day. So I made huge jumps from like September, October, November, December of 2024. And now we're in January of 2025. I'm playing, I just signed with a team in Cincinnati in the Cincinnati Supreme Basketball League, a CSBL. It's like a semi pro type league. It's like a step down from the ABA. It's like a citywide league, like Cincinnati, Lexington, Dayton area. People drive up along that highway to play in it. Really, really good competition. There's like 4 ABA teams that have players mixed in. There's a TBL team here in Cincinnati that all their players are playing in it. Like legit competition, and it's my first real semi-pro opportunity or chance to go out there and kind of prove and grow. So I'm just really focused on the season right now and playing as hard as I can and taking advantage of this opportunity to learn and grow so that next year I can get up into the ABA. And then after I make the ABA next year, I just want to go as far as I can in the sport. I've kind of dropped all the other sports. I just want to hoop.